Hi, everybody. We are on our newest episode of the podcast. I have the wonderful pleasure of having a great guest tonight, straight from Maywood, California. I call him Bilmaar. He asked me to address him by Bill. Bill, introduce yourself to the people and let's get right into it.
Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Bilmaar. They call me Bill. I'm from Maywood, California. We're out here tonight with James, enjoying the night, which is great. Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure,
Thank you
brother.
for coming on.
It's been a minute. But we out here.
That's right. It has been. We've been trying to connect for the last probably 8 to 6 months. However, we've both been active. We've both been working, and we finally had a chance to connect. So let me open up with saying, man, I had an opportunity to meet you through your cousin, AC. We did the Bliss Clothing interview. You came to me and said, hey, man, I want to get on. And then you said something that was pretty funny that his mom said also. He's like, how'd you get my cousin to talk? I'm like, I don't know. He just started talking. That was a really good thing. And I want to preference, I see that you come from a family of entrepreneurship. Your cousin Jessica that I've met a couple years ago, great with La Brava Cafe. You were working with her. She was inspired because she's a great cook. Your other cousin, Elizabeth, she has, what is it called? Shop by Miss Blush in the mall. Your cousin AC, who's doing t-shirt. And now you have your young cousin, Arthur. I call him King Arthur, who's on board as well. How has that inspired you to help inspire them to what you do with the photography, your vision, and your videos?
Yeah, most definitely. So my cousin Jessica, she had to open up her own little company, it's a food company, which is La Barbacoa, which is some food, which is really good. It's really good,
Right.
And I mean, she every time we went out, we tried some new things, and she got inspired by just going out there and just exploring, which was really great. Which my
Absolutely.
cousin too, Lisa, I was working with her very young. I got the opportunity to help her run her business, which was called Blush at the time, which was
Okay.
great. So we, my cousins, they tell me how to kind of maneuver through life and show me like the routes of just to be open-minded to a lot of great things. Which is what they
Right.
were doing. Wanting to do their own store. And my mom wanted to open her own cafe, and my cousin as well. He's doing his company, which is his clothing line. Just going out there, just having fun, just doing his thing.
That's good, man. I'm happy to hear that. One of the things that when we spoke, when I first met you, and I was telling you about how your cousin Jessica spoke so highly of you as far as helping her in the business, the one thing you said when she told you about the business, when a lot of people talk about going in business and entrepreneurship, they'll say, oh, no, don't do it. It's not the right time. But you say, you told her automatically, like, look, I got your back. I'll help you. Whatever you want to do, let's jump in there and let's make it happen. And that's been your spirit and your energy ever since I've met you. Where does that part of you come from? Because that's really good to have, not only with family, but people in general.
Yeah. Basically, I'm from Maywood, California. I grew up in a very three brothers, and all family in the building. We all grew up together, which was great. We come from just a small little spot, which was something that I learned. I got to go see the outside world and see something different, which just because where we were at, it was like just only the neighborhood. But I brought in skateboarding in my life, which was great. I met a buddy of mine, which his name is Isaiah. He introduced me into the outside city, and it just made a spark into my life where, I started skating, I started filming out there. I had a phone in my pocket, and I had the opportunity to start shooting, really great people, which was like, automatic key, it was just something booming, which was great, So just being out there, just being involved with, people that just wanted to see more, instead of just, staying on one little spot, which is
you want to grow. You want to grow and expand your horizon. Now, let me ask you, Maywood, California. I didn't hear about Maywood, California until I met your cousin. Where is Maywood? Is Maywood center in between Downey and other cities? Where is Maywood, California?
So Maywood is very small. It's between Bell, Huntington Park, and then we have Bell Gardens on the other side. And then we have across the Downey Road, we have Boyle Heights and etc. So we're literally just a small little, we're just in a little cul-de-sac, if you would say,
Okay.
But great, Maywood is honestly one of the. I'm very thankful to be a part of Maywood, and I lived in Maywood all my life, and I could say, home is home. I have my people where I grew up with, and we try to expand as much as possible. We did that the toy drive for the kids in Maywood, which was really great.
Right.
We just coming from, just wanting to show the family, wanting to show the world that we have it out there.
You were giving back to the community and showing some love.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that was important, like growing up, because where we come from is I don't think they get the opportunities to show love like that. So us growing up and doing our thing, being able to see, like, I travel a lot, which I get to travel with my cousins as well. We get to see a lot of things. So to come back and share the stories that we went through was amazing, you know. So being able to come back and just show love, you know, is just amazing, you know.
Absolutely. Now I'm looking at your Instagram page, and if you go to your Instagram page, you have some real fire pictures on here. I mean, one of the
Thank you.
pictures that stands out to me is, and if I'm not mistaken, tell me about this, because you're an artist and you've had an opportunity to travel to different states. I remember you were in Arizona. I saw last year your cousins went to a display that you had over in the LA area, a pop-up museum. What got you started with taking out your phone and just taking these pictures and creating this atmosphere throughout the LA County and abroad?
It was great. Skateboarding, it became something that we had on our hands, and you know, I got to see my buddies do dope things. You know, skating off of big stairs and skating like quarter pipes and all that. So being able to see that through my eyes, and like not everybody gets to see those things, is like, it was great just to capture that image. Sometimes my buddies be taking hard falls, they'd be going through rough times, and those photos too, the photos I take of that, it shows a lot of like, you know, a lot of ambitions, you know, just going through it, you know, try and error every day, you know, just learning. And it's great to show that, you know. So having the opportunity to put my work up in galleries was another opportunity that my friend Frankie did for me, to living down LA. So shout out to living down LA, you know. He got me up there to show love for our community, which is Los Angeles as well, you know. It was great, you know, moving on to the Arizona side too. Bringing Los Angeles to another state was great, you know. And shout out to those people that gave that inspiration to me to just keep pushing forward, you know.
Now, how do people find you? Meaning that, how do you, outside of social media, when you put your pictures out in that artwork, how do people find you and say, hey, you know what, Bill, I want you to come to our gallery. I want you to come showcase your work. How does that work for any young people or people who are inspiring to be artists like you are? How would they go about doing something like that?
Yeah, James. For myself, I'm very open. I love you know, I love people. I'm always giving hugs and seeing how people are doing. I like to tap in with the whole world, you know. So it's not hard for me to come by a person, because I like to talk to people. So it would be like just meeting different people while I'm traveling, you know, just saying what's up and just talking about their day and, you know, things we do. And it's just the communication that we get into. So it's like, they so happen to be doing this, and I'll be like, oh, you know what? I do projects similar, or anything happens, I'm always down for a project, you know. So it's always coming hand to hand, you know, meeting people.
Okay.
Just exploring, you know. Yeah, it's important, you know. It's always important to reach out there, talk to folks, and you know, it's always great just to learn, you know.
Right. Absolutely. Now, one of the pictures I saw, man, that you had in the gallery was, I liked it because it depicted LA to the fullest, or a very big aspect of LA. It's a police car, and the police car is talking to somebody through the window. How did you end up capturing that one? Because that one is phenomenal as far as just the depth of it. Growing up in the city, you know how the LAPD is, you know how the LA County Sheriff's Department can be, but it was, the picture was so calm. It gave an aspect of law enforcement, and it gave an aspect of a civilian. You didn't see any rifts between the two, but if you from LA or around the country, you know what that can be. How did you end up getting that picture?
Yeah, so most definitely, thank you for asking, because that's actually one of my favorite photos that I took. The person in that photo is my buddy Brian.
Okay.
We had to go to this spot in San Pedro, just go, you know, spot check. So we just like set base, and we finally just started filming. And some guy came out just angry, just being a mad person for no reason, and he just started coming to my buddy like aggressively. But we stood ground. We were just filming until he called the cops. The cops never showed up, and then we had the opportunity to like just get away from him for a second. But then the cops showed up. My buddy was stressing because he was just trying to get the clip, and we had another person on his other side just yelling, and yeah, it was just great because they came up perfect in time, and my buddy was just like, you know what, it's time to do it. And I just seen the whole thing happen in one motion. I just seen him ready to go, and I was ready to go, and it was just a booming operation, and it was perfect, you know. You have the cops right there, you have the man right there talking to the cops aggressively, and you have somebody just trying to get their clip and get out, you know, just having fun, you know, just the situations we got to go through with skateboarding, you know. We got to deal with them angry people, and then we deal with them nice people, which is great, you know. So that's how the photo came by, you know. It was amazing because it's just a lot of work was into that, you know.
It's a balance, and that's crazy that the fact that someone who was anger turned something into so good that you've been able to display based on this one person just being obnoxious because of some skateboarding.
I'm kind of glad he came out mad, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, he made it happen. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to him.
it worked in your favor. It really worked in your
Yeah,
favor.
man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I
Now tell
appreciate
me,
it.
as far as an artist, where do you get your creativity from? What makes you say, hey, I'm gonna take a picture of this bird on a bridge or my homeboy doing a skateboard trick? What in your mind is art that you want to display to the world, and how do you pick and choose what you display and take pictures of?
What I like to do is I kind of see outside the box. I don't just see the person himself. I see what's going on in the picture. If there's a plane flying or a bird flying right while he's doing the trick, or there's somebody looking at the floor, just I like to capture the whole moment. I want to show
Okay.
what's going on while we're there. It's not just him. I want to show everything that's going on, every action that's possible. I'm
Got
gonna
it.
display that action because I want somebody to sit there and really look at the photo and actually imagine, which is important. A photo itself, it's very important to really look at because there's so much going on, and it's all the
Right.
story. Everybody has a story to tell, and to have a story in an image is very important.
Now, do you do any videography or is it all photography?
No, yeah, you know what? Whenever I can, I do film for our skateboarding company, which is called Grail Goals. I'm the second filmer, so basically we film with a VX1000.
Oh, nice.
I'm basically second filmer. So whenever my buddy is long lens or whatever, either it's fisheye or long lens, I'm doing one or the other. But yeah, I'm filming as well. Even on the fun too, whenever I catch like a nice moment. Sometimes when I'm in New York, it's very nice out in New York. It feels like a movie scenery. So I ever catch a moment where somebody's just walking by, I use like an aesthetic feeling, like a jazz, something quiet, something you can feel for and watch, which is
Right.
something people like to do, something nice.
The one thing I've seen on your page is that you have range, meaning that I'm looking at pictures from a construction site to your friends doing tricks off the stairs to some flowers to skyscrapers in New York, like you just talked about. You have a really good depth as far as what you capture. Where would you like to see yourself go from here? What is it ultimately that you want to do as far as your artistry?
I am gonna open a gallery this year, which I'm
Okay.
excited for.
We did talk
Um,
about that. I'm excited for you.
yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah. So I'm working on that as well. I'm trying to reach out into distributions out in like Berlin or something. I'm trying to take it abroad as well. I would like to be up in a gallery out in Berlin, so I'm working towards that. Even though it's just patience, I'm just doing my thing, taking photos, but it's more like a serious, not like a job, but it's something that I love to do, and I take focus in. I take a lot of passion towards it. So I
Right.
just take my time and just know that I have a lot of work that I have not shown yet, but I know it's going to be something very important to the future. And for me to display somewhere, not in just in America, which I'm very thankful for, um, but to do it in a different country, to show it out there, to expand, which is great because a lot of people don't get to come travel over here. So
Right.
it's amazing to bring it out there so they can at least see something and get inspired to come out to see us.
That's good, man. I like your mindset as far as taking it worldwide, that you don't want to just stay local
Yeah,
or just
worldwide.
stay in
Yeah,
the United
definitely.
States. You want to
Yeah,
go worldwide
worldwide.
with it.
Share,
Yeah.
share, share to the whole world. It's most important. We want people to embrace this life and just be happy for what we have, and we show what we got, and we just have fun with it, and just really have fun. Yeah.
That's good. I love to hear that. Now let me ask you, how important is your family to you? Because I know when I interviewed AC, he was saying how you and his other cousins supported his first writing on his T-shirt before he got the bliss, and then you and your background, and you talked about your cousins. What is that family nucleus like as far as supporting and taking you to another level?
Well, family is number one automatically. Family always comes first, and that's something that I embrace a lot. I even have family that are not even my blood, and they're considered my brothers, which is my brothers and sisters. People that I look after, and they look after me. They're the ones that have me pushing every day. Telling me this is what you're doing, this is looking good. What can we do to work on it better? What can we do to help each other out? And there's something that we have in common, which is having communication. Being one on one, we think about it, but then we actually set a position where how we're gonna conquer this, which is
Right.
great because it's how we follow up with things. It's not like we just think about it and just kind of like sit and just forget about it. No, we
You
actually
take
sit
action.
down, take action, and conquer it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not just the end of the day. We have something else to do. Which is great. Just the vision we have together, which family is important to myself because this where we're at right now. It's just all together, and we share our love to everybody. So it's not just not my own blood. It's blood that I don't have, and I made into family, which is great.
That's really good. I'm happy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good, man. That's outstanding. And again, it goes
yeah,
to it speaks to your mindset as far as how you feel and what you want to do. Now, you and I talked about maybe about a month or so ago about looking for a building, having a pop-up gallery, having some of your friends come through. How would something like that work? How would you display in that local area to other people what your artwork is and then bring other people in with you to display their artwork? How does that process work? Because obviously I'm going to help you with that, but I want to hear your vision of where you want to go with that.
I'm looking for a spot. I mean, we're looking for a spot, which is great. You know, we're trying to look for something that's gonna bring everybody in, which is gonna be really warm. Display some work out there. Have people
Right.
come in, listen to some music, enjoy some good barbacoa. You know,
That's right.
you feel me? So yeah, just come down. It's just like a community thing. You know,
Oh, yes.
yeah, a community. No matter where it's at, I just want everybody to come by, have fun. You know, enjoy their time. You know, just reach out. You know, and that's important. I feel like as of right now, like just putting my work out there. It's time for people to really to really come by and see what's the business. You know, because it's great. You know, and it's
Absolutely.
important. You know?
Okay, good, good. Now they have museums like the Getty Museum. They have the Museum of Science in LA, downtown LA. What is your goal as far as having your one of your pictures displayed in the museum? Is there a specific museum that you would like to have it displayed in once you really go to another level? And would you want to the two-part question? Would you want to be like other artists and sell your artwork for hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars because they know how great you are? Is that a goal of yours?
Yeah, the goal of mine would be I would love somebody to come by and actually honor my work and be like, yo, this is something that we don't really get to see and something that you're doing. It's really it's showing like what the future can be about, which is, expanding your mind and seeing something different that not normally people could see.
Right.
So for me to just display my work, it's not really about the money. It's more like getting closer to people and having people envision life, and yeah, money. It would be great, to come by a $300,000-$400,000, prize thing.
That's right.
Hey, take all of us to, we're having a whole block party. But it's always great just to show the work and just inspire the world. Don't need too much out of it. I just want to just show the love. Show my life. Till the wheels fall off. Just everything we can do is just push forward. And I'm looking forward to that because it's just something I have in mind as well, because that's something that keeps pushing me up front. Like, I just need to get out there to show, we have all this. So let's just get it.
That's right. Well, that's good, man. The great part about a lot of great parts in this conversation about you, but another great part is that you're not motivated by money. And when you're not motivated by money and you are focused on the art and the process of it, that means money is going to come because most people get into things because I want money right away. But you said, hey, I'll take it, but I like the craft and the art of artistry. So that means that money's going to come to you with no problem. So that's a good aspect of you.
I just love the fact that I just want to just be stoked. Like, take a photo doesn't need no money, Seeing something doesn't need no money. It's just what I see, I don't.
It is because artwork is beauty, meaning that you have different artists who paint, you have artists who take pictures like yourself. And speaking of that, do you do any painting by chance or it's just all the photography?
Nah, I would love to, man, but I'll probably do six and figures is fine for me,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, I would love to paint. Yeah, I try to get into it, but it's something that I'm not into, but I do love paintings, Abstract is one of my major paintings that I like.
Well, tell me as far as expanding your brand, because right now, like I said, on your IG, you have a lot of wonderful, and here's the other part. You capture, I was scrolling before we got on the interview, and I don't think I saw, I'm pretty sure, I'm just want to confirm what I'm saying. I saw only one color picture. What is it about the black and white aspect that you like in photography? Because to make black and white really pop and really look good and really tell a story takes some creativeness. So what is it that you like about the black and white instead of the color pictures?
Black and white is very important for myself. It's something that tells more of a story. You can see what's going on. You can feel what's going on. You can actually sit there and visualize this is very important to understand, Right. A color, I don't have no problem with color. It's just something I can do personally. Colors are always beautiful. I mean, life is full of color. But for myself, black and white, that's something that I'm gonna stick to forever, and
Okay.
that's something I can't change up because it's something. It's like a storyline, you know. I try to just keep it that way, you know. It's good to have color, but black and white, it speaks a lot more for itself.
And in black and white, it shows depth also, meaning that you have to kind of dig into the picture, look at it, because color, you can see everything. Everything's bright and we all want to be happy. But that black and white, you're looking a little bit, you're taking a deeper dive into it.
Yeah.
Moving forward, what do you want to do? I know you're in your early 20s. By the time you hit your late 20s or 30s, what would you like to be as far as your artistry and your craft, either in business? Well, not either, excuse me, in both business and personally. What would you like to be in your life at that point?
Future wise, we do want to open up a company, a warehouse, like a skateboarding warehouse, where we can just bring the youth in, teach some kids. We bring like creativity, bring computers in so they can learn, you know, what's going on, all the tech business and everything else. Because you know, it'll be so amazing to open up a lot of things to the community that don't have access to. Which that's something that in the future, that's something in the future that we want to work on, and that's something for sure we're going to work on. And traveling the world, you know, going out there, meeting different people, traveling like 4,000-5,000 miles, you know, away from us, you know, going to like Alaska, go to the Philippines, just be all over the world, go be to the, you know, Europe, everywhere, as much as possible.
You have a vision. You are a visionary. You have your artwork, and you have a solid foundation with family. It looks to be that you have everything that you need to be successful in this process. And I want to wish you continued success. I'm looking forward to collaborating with you as well. And I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So is there anything else you want to touch on? Please let me know.
No, everything's great. Yeah, man. We're 2024. We're coming in strong, you know, working hard. Got this gallery going to come in strong, you know, travel as much as possible. You know, my cousin's having their own restaurant coming up, so that's great. You know, she's doing great. My cousin's doing great. Family's doing great. It's important, you know, to tap in with our family, tap in with the whole world, you know, and basically just going hard, you know, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity that you gave me to come up on here.
I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, James. Yeah, it's been kind of rough, you know. I've just been in the stages, and you've been busy yourself, so it's great to come by and talk to each other, you know.
Yeah, to finally get together, man. I am grateful for this process because I want people to be able to see the younger generation be able to inspire, and not only that, have their own goals and know that their goals are obtainable. And your confidence is off the Richter scale with what you want to do and how you're going to get there. You already have it planned out. Now, you and I both know, even though we have things planned out, it doesn't always happen that way, but you are determined. That determination is going to take you far.
We just got to just push forward and just wake up every day and just be a step forward, you know, wake up at 6 a.m. every day, get yourself right, get your mind right, and just push forward for the rest of the day, you know, wake up early, get the bird, you know. I try to do that every day, you know. That's what helps me get through this. So it's been a great ride, you know. Shout out to the team, Girl Goals, you know. Shout out to Frankie as well. Shout out to my family. Shout out to you, James, and very thankful for everybody that's involved in our lives and, you know, helping us push forward.
Like I said, I appreciate the opportunity. I'm looking forward to being able to help you find that warehouse to do your first pop-up, your first solo pop-up, and you being the orchestrator of everything and bringing people in and making it happen. I love the vision that you have. Every time I talk to you, it's a strong energy. Hell, even if I'm doing strong, you're like, man, you got to get it together. Get that shit happening. Let's make it go. And I appreciate every time we have those conversations.
You already know, James, you know, I always got your back, and, you know, we're always going to keep rolling hard.
That's right, man. Well, thank you for coming on, Bilmaar, a.k.a. Bill. Thank you for your time. And until the next time I see you, which we'll be doing an interview at your museum, I appreciate it.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, we're going to be there.
That's for sure, man. Thank you and have a good evening.
All right, James. Thank you. Right. See you soon.
Thank you. All right.